Hey everybody, I'm Dr. Morgan Renberg, Chief Scientist at the Fort Worth Museum of Science and History. The COVID-19 crisis has brought a lot of bad news to the world. To fight back, more than half of the planet is now under some kind of stay-at-home restriction. That means that many factories are closed, flights are grounded, and a whole heck of a lot less driving. It's all adding up to much less pollution. Perhaps our biggest drop in carbon emissions since World War II. The 5 Mackies on Instagram asked us what that means for climate change. Will shelter in place have a big effect on the future of our climate? First, let's take a peek at the data. Here's a satellite map of eastern China made back in January by the European Space Agency. The color represents nitrogen dioxide, a pollutant released when car engines burn gasoline. You can see that big cloud in the middle hanging right over Beijing and Hubei province. Now here's that same area in February, after China implemented a massive lockdown to slow the spread of COVID-19. That's a big difference. Here's another map tracking that same pollution over Italy back in early January. And here's that area after the country implemented the strictest shelter-in-place rules outside China. It's clear that staying at home is having a big effect on pollution. And if we sheltered in place literally forever, that might start to slow the advance of climate change. But I don't know about you, that just sounds terrible. Once we flatten the curve, we're all going to want to get back on with our normal lives. And that means that this reduction in pollution will be just a blip. The growth of the emissions that cause climate change has been happening for centuries. So any change that we make for the better is going to have to be permanent. Fortunately, there are ways we can reduce pollution without having to live like hermits. One thing that we can do is switch to cleaner power sources like wind and solar. Almost 20% of our power here in the US already comes from renewable resources, so it's just a matter of expanding their use. We can also improve the gas mileage of the cars we buy, or even switch to electric vehicles. I'll be honest, it's not going to be easy, but the end result will be a cleaner, healthier, better future. And right now, that sounds pretty darn good. Thanks so much for watching this episode of Discovery Lab Online. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. If you've got a question for us, you can post it on social media or leave it in the comments down below. See you next time.